time, please. Get those juice there.
Yes, they have to leave the pitch. Are they? Up. Works for free. There, lads, here.
Manadív Galera Cardiagus Falter over the Park and Croke. Clahe Canish Naganim Scullane that Donegal agus Kerry. Hello and welcome to a sunny and bright Croke Park. As we await after 5 or 10 anxious minutes here, waiting the Kerry and Donegal Vocational Schools teams to enter the fray here. Donegal first out, followed by Kerry. Seemed as if there was a bit of a mix-up concerning jerseys. Not for the first time in Croke Park, but that seems to have been sorted out. So let's get proceedings underway immediately by giving the line out. Donegal bidding for their third All-Ireland title in 4 years. Line out as follows. In goal, Pat Boner, Ross's Community School. Full back line, Tommy Diver, Karen Dunne. Full back, Paul Carberry, Kelly Beggs. Left back, Luke Austin, Carrick. Half back line, Mark McShane, Carrick. Centre half, number 6, Enda Martin from Loretta Melford. And left half back, Rory Brady, Abbey Vocational. Centre of the field, Rory Muldoon, Abbey Vocational, partnered by John Farren, Carndonna. Half forward line, right half forward wearing number 10, Stephen McKelvey, Glanties. Centre half forward, Tony Boyle, Rosses. Left half forward, Damien Gillespie, St. Columba's Donegal. Full forward line, right full forward, Frank Ward, captain of the team from St. Columba's Donegal. Full forward, Sean Fury, Abbey Vocational School. And top of the left, Daniel Rue Gallagher from Pobbleskull Gweedore. As the Kerry team pose for their photographs, Kerry bidding here for their second title, 2 and a trot, will line out as follows. In goal, Paddy Kelleher, Rathmore Vocational. Full back line, Pat Shanahan, Listowel. Full back, John Shanahan, Tralee. Left back, Enos Looney, Rathmore. Half back line, John McCarthy, Rathmore. Centre half, Tom Leslie, Killarney. And left half back, John O'Brien of Killarney. Centre of the field, Anthony Gleeson, Tralee Vocational School. Partnered by Michael Doherty from Rathmore. Half forward line, right half, Brendan O'Shea, Carsiveen. Full forward, centre half forward, wearing number 11, Pat Casey, Killorton. And left half forward, Sean O'Shea, Kenmare. Full forward line, Pat Dennehy, Castle Island. Number 14, Morris Carroll, Tralee. And left corner forward, Michael O'Dwyer, no relation of the famed Micko, captain of the team from Waterville Vocational. As we join you here in a buzzing Croke Park, as we look over to the hill, sparsely populated at the moment, but I'm sure in a half an hour it's going to fill up. The referee have tossed. We're in follow from, it appears from up here as if Donegal are playing from left to right. A day in Croke Park in which it's going to be a day for the K's and the D's. Kerry against Donegal in the vocational schools final. Kerry confronted by Dublin in the National League final. A crowd here expected in the region of 35,000. Not reached that yet as we follow the kick about. In the centre of the field, the referee for today's game, Matty Carlin from Dublin. Donegal, it appears, yes, are playing from left to right. The wind favoured by whatever slight breeze there is. And there at the moment, John Farron, Rory Muldoon, forced to take up their positions in the middle of the field. They all shake hands and the referee is anxious to get proceedings underway. We make it 6 minutes late at this stage. Certainly the pressmen down here now right seem to be having a field day as the Kerry forwards come up here on our left. Switch in the Donegal team as we see it. It looks from here as if Rory Brady is in a switch with Mark McShane. Tactics at play already. We didn't hear of that one, but Rory Brady is picking up. Number 12, Sean O'Shea. Wearing number 7. The referee is ready to throw it in. Anxious to get the back scack, and the 1987 vocational schools final is on. John Farron first in possession, and John is fouled in possession. I'm joined here in the commentary position by Edmund Brennan. Edmund, hopeful, confident that Donegal can continue their success in Croke Park and add to their title.
Yes, I hope that we can settle quick here, John Joe.
Right, Edmund, okay, Edmund has Rory Muldoon's free kick. Sends Donegal into the attack. The ball is cleared up by Tom Leslie. Tom's clearance out to the far side. It came off of Mark McShane. No, in fact, the linesman signalled it's a Donegal ball. Mark needs no reminding. He brings it forward a few yards, 45 metres from his own goal, as Mark places it. Confronted by John O'Brien, as Mark McShane gets in his kick. Here it comes. Up into the centre. John Farron is under it. So is Anthony Gleeson. The ball breaks loose. It comes across to Frank Ward. Frank, captain of the team, playing in his third vocational schools campaign. 45 metres out. Frank gets it in. A dangerous left-footed kick dropping, and Daniel Roux is under it. But so indeed is John Shanahan. John is fouled. Fine catch by the Tralee-based John Shanahan as he comes with this kick. Into the breeze. Down here under us. It comes to Frank Ward. John Farron trying to get on the left foot. John swings a dangerous ball in. Has it got too much in it? It has indeed, and despite the efforts of Sean Fury to keep it in play, John Farron's left-footed kick goes harmlessly to the left and it's gone wide. 2 minutes gone. Donegal pressure. Kerry yet to find their feet here. A long ball in by Frank Ward, effectively cleared by John Shanahan. The clearance was picked up by John Farron, who managed to get onto his left foot, and despite being under pressure from his marker Anthony Gleeson, he managed to get in his kick. Kerry keeper wearing distinctive green jerseys. No mention of a clash of colours as far as this goes. The ball comes out to John McCarthy. John, being under pressure, gets in his kick left-footed. Comes down here under us. Rory Brady. Rory is penalised for a foul on Sean O'Shea. It's a Kerry free. John O'Brien is anxious to take it quickly. The referee is not happy with the positioning of it and it's given back to centre half back Tom Leslie. Tom. 40 metres from his own goal. Lucky up. Here he comes. He delivers. It's down here under us. John Farron is under it. Farron gets a break. Sean O'Shea is under it. Seem to be precariously close to the ground. But the ball is given across to John Shanahan, and it comes in now to Morris Carroll. Morris Carroll from Tralee, getting inside Paul Carberry, gets a dangerous ball across Sean O'Shea, but it's well cut out by Tommy Dever, and the man from Carndonagh gets in his clearance. Short one to Rory Muldoon. Rory, first time in the ball. Meant out for Tony Boyle and Daniel Roux. And it's Daniel Roux, the wee man from Gweedore, red-headed, gives it in first time. Meant for Sean Fury. Well taken by Sean Fury. Sean right-footed, taps it in, but Sean's kick has gone to the right. Sean meant well, but Sean pulled his kick. Not on his favourite left foot. He had a go. A good move. First time ball played out by Tommy Diver, Rory Muldoon, Daniel Gallagher, well taken by Sean Fury. The finish didn't match the move, and we still await the first score of this 87 Vocational Schools final. 4 minutes into this game, as we said earlier, slight breeze favouring Donegal here. Brilliant sunshine here in Croke Park. As Paddy Kelleher with the kick out. Comes into the centre. Rory Muldoon gets a hand to it. The ball is broken down. Tony Boyle. And it's picked up by Tom Leslie. But Tony Boyle is penalised for leaving a foot in there. Despite Tom Leslie being in possession, the referee was anxious to cut out any early niggling at this early stage of the game, as it's full-back John Shanahan. John's kick into the centre of the field. Pat Casey is under it, but the ball breaks down to Damien Gillespie. Damien gets on his left foot. Damien is coming away unchallenged. Here's it. He gives it in. Well played into Frank Ward. Frank about 45 metres out. Is this the first one? A beautiful ball from Frank Ward. Left footed by Frank Ward. The St. Columba's movement. Damien Gillespie seemed to have held it for that wee minute. Gave a good chest ball into Frank Ward. And Frank from about 35 metres out. Left footed. Good move, Edmund.
Yes, very good move. And Donegal seem to have settled very well here. And Farn seems to be holding Gleeson in the middle of the field, which is very promising.
Yes, and a kick out, not a good one. But it comes to Tom Leslie. Tom plays it in the centre to Sean O'Shea, Rory Brady, but it breaks to Pat Casey, one of the 4 survivors from the Kerry team in this thing. Gives it inside, and this is Anthony Gleeson. Tommy Diver comes through. Anthony Gleeson plays it into Michael O'Dwyer. The captain, is he going to reply? A shot, and well covered off, and it's deflected out at the expense of a 45. Was it Paul Carberry came across? But Anthony Gleeson, long strides that he is, beat Tommy Diver to the loose ball, placed it inside to his captain Michael O'Dwyer, who cut inside under pressure from the Donegal defence. I think it was Paul Carberry. The ball is played short to Pat Casey. Pat gives it inside to... Ball comes down and penalised. Mark McShane is penalised for a holding foul, and it's the Waterville man, captain of the team today, survivor from last year. Donegal will remember him from last year. He struck for one of those goals that was instrumental in Kerry's fight back. Is he going to reply to Frank Ward's point? As we're 6 minutes into this final. Michael O'Dwyer, right-footed. It's a poor one. It's gone to the left and it's gone wide. Yes, a scoreable free that may be important before this game is over. As we said, Anthony Gleeson showed a wee bit of promise there. He got away from John Farron, picked out O'Dwyer, who was pressurised into that quick kick as Paul Carberry comes from the edge of the square with a kick out. And Rory Muldoon is under it, but Rory is penalised. An obvious foul by Rory Muldoon. The referee wasn't to be fooled by that one. And Edmund, Kerry are beginning to come back into it.
Yeah, they are. They're putting a bit of pressure on our backline now. But I don't see much wrong yet. As long as our backs can keep...
As we await this free kick from Brendan O'Shea from Carrick, being one of the survivors from last year from Kerry, and he again sends it to the left and sends it wide. Not very typical of Kerry forwards, let it be said, but Donegal folk won't mind as we try to present a balanced picture here in this, the 87 final. A balanced view here has to be given, Edmund, as I say.
Yes, Kerry seems to be coming back a bit into it now, but I think that we've settled very well.
That's right. Paul Carberry's kick comes to Mark McShane. Mark bursting through the 45-metre line. His kick is half blocked down. He gets possession back, and this time he delivers through to Sean Fury. Sean had it in his hands. He dropped it, and it's picked up by John O'Brien. This very effective Kerry left half back gives it to Anthony Gleeson. First time in between Tommy Diver. Tommy keeps his eyes on it. It goes between him and Paul Carberry reads it. Paul, using all the craft and the experience he's gained through the years. It comes into Stephen McKelvey. Stephen thinks about a pass, changes his mind, sends it in. Frank Ward. And Frank Ward gives a beautiful ball inside to Sean Fury. Sean is going right through. Is this to be Donegal's second score? It is. A beautiful point by Sean Fury. But credit must go to Frank Ward. The old head and young shoulders, a ball that was dropping between himself and 2 Kerry defenders. He had the presence of mind to flick it on. As we said, old head and young shoulders there, Edmund. Frank Ward really made that score.
Yes, a great score, and it's great to see Sean Fury from Dunkineely, my home club, here getting the second score for Donegal.
That's right, indeed. As the kick out comes into the centre of the field, Anthony Gleeson takes it. And Rory Muldoon tugs him there, free, inside the Kerry half of the field. Gleeson leaves it. And it's Tom Leslie here. We make it 9 minutes of this first half. Kerry yet to open their account. Donegal with 2 as Tom Leslie tends a short one. He sends it to Anthony Gleeson. Trying to get on his left foot. Sends a dangerous cross towards Luke Austin. Pat Dennehy comes out. Mark McShane collects and clears. Mark, following in the footsteps of his brother Roger, left-footed up along the far side, where John McCarthy and Damien Gillespie. Tony Boyle comes in. The dash of the Dungloe boy as he crosses the halfway line. Tony's cutting right through the centre. Head up. He's still going 45 metres out. Taking about a shot. He's being pursued by, but it's cut out, in fact, cut out by Enos Looney. Enos gives it to Anthony Gleeson, all on his own. You can't afford to leave this man on his own. He plays it through the centre to Pat Casey. Pat gets inside Enda Martin. He's making room. He gives it inside to Brendan O'Shea, and well cut out by Enda Martin. Good covering by Enda. His clearance is a high one. It's not a long one. Gleeson and Farron are under it, and the ball breaks. It breaks to Pat Casey. Pat Casey puts Kerry onto the attack. He crosses the Donegal 45-metre line. He gives it inside. An attempted go by Enda Martin, but the ball given inside, dangerously close to the square. Bursting out by Tommy Diver. Is it Luke Austin? It doesn't matter from Donegal's point of view. It comes inside to Sean O'Shea, the man from Kenmare. His kick is blocked down. Rory Muldoon. Rory plays it out along the wing. Meant for Sean Fury. Sean playing a roving game. Sean gets possession. He holds it, looking for a man. He gives it inside. A great ball inside to Daniel Rue Gallagher. As he got inside the corner back, Daniel gets his fist to it, but it's picked up by Paddy Gallagher. Paddy from Rathmore sends in a clearance. His clearance is not a good one. The first man aware of that one is Damien Gillespie. Damien out under the Cusick stand. Sends a ball, beautiful ball across into John Farron. John, left-footed. But John sends it to the left and sends it wide. A chance for Donegal and John Farron.
Yes, a good chance there now, but our backs, Donegal backs seem to be playing very well here, and we've a lot of possession, but we need to get more scores.
Yes, as Edmund says, it's early days yet, but we'll follow it as Paddy Kelleher takes it out to the edge of the small square. The crowd gather in. Not many on the hill yet, but quite a large crowd up here in the Hogan. Both decks are quite full as Paddy Kelleher comes at the kick out. The referee is anxious to speed it up. Daniel Rue gets it. Tony Boyle. Tony, the sharpshooter from Dungloe. And Tony is not sharp on this occasion. He pulls it to the right and he pulls it wide. Yes, a few chances on either side, Edmund.
Yes, Tony Boyle had a great chance there now, and he should have put that one over.
We look to the dugouts on the far side. Both camps seem to be relaxed at this stage as we pass the 10th minute of this first half. Kerry have changed their kicker out, and think at this stage it's John Shanahan full back. The kick out is into the breeze, but Rory Muldoon gets it from a knockdown by Tony Boyle. And Rory, one of the survivors from the 85 campaign, drops it in. Paddy Kelleher, eye on the ball. Perfect keeping. Gives the ball out, and its clearance is a poor one. Tony Boyle, Tom Leslie, and Tony Boyle is swung around. And this is certainly within Frank Ward's range. 35 metres out. The referee signals a Kerry free as Frank Ward hoping to add to his and Donegal's total. Aiming for the far post, Frank confronted by his marker Enos Looney. Frank sends it in. Frank has got the direction and Frank has got the accuracy. Donegal lead 3 points. Kerry yet to open their score. And yet, Edmund, if we keep picking off the points in this manner, it's useful going into the half-time break.
Yes, that's definitely right. And I see that the Kerry full back is now kicking out the ball. Their kick-outs are very poor.
It's very poor, as Edmund says, as John Shanahan comes at this one. This is a better one. It's Rory Muldoon and Michael Doherty that's under it. Rory Brady, tussle, the ball breaks loose. Sean O'Shea not happy with the referee's decision, who was right on the spot, penalising. It seemed as if it was Michael Doherty for handling on the ground. Rory Muldoon, not in any hurry with this kick. Rory inside the Kerry half of the field. Rory trying to take about a short one to Frank Ward. He gives a short one, but it's cut off and it breaks to his teammate and school pal Rory Muldoon. Gives it into Sean Fury. Sean well taken. His left footed kick is blocked down. It comes to Frank Ward. The wee dummy from Frank Ward, but it's not bought by John O'Brien. John O'Brien's clearance is a poor one. It comes to Stephen McKelvey, the man from Glenties. He swings it to the far side and a chance for Stephen McKelvey. Stephen really from the 20-metre line should have put it away. A poor clearance by John O'Brien of Kerry was not punished at the full by Stephen McKelvey, and as we say, chances beginning to balance out. Kerry had 2 chances which they sent astray. Donegal seemed unfortunately to have picked up the same thing as the kick out comes to the far side of the field. Well taken by Anthony Gleeson, confronted by John Farren, who's playing this Gleeson man very effectively. Rory Muldoon cuts it out. Well cut by Rory Muldoon, tight to the far sideline, confronted by Brendan O'Shea. He plays a ball through the middle, but it's Anthony Gleeson. No messing. Plays it right through to Rory Brady. Rory, and it breaks now to Rory Muldoon. But Sean O'Shea, Rory Muldoon is foul in possession. Sean O'Shea was in possession. As I've heard said beside me here, Rory is quite effective in the middle of the field to date as Mark McShane lines up this free kick, Edmund.
Rory Brady is having a good game in the half back line. Yes.
Yeah, a lot of the loose Kerry clearances being picked up by the Donegal half-back line as Mark McShane gives the ball inside, meant for Daniel Rue. Daniel gets it. Daniel can for Donegal. He sends a dangerous ball in and straight over the bar by Daniel Rue. Edmund Brennan's prediction that this young redhead could be the star of the show made no mistake about it there. He beat Pat Shanahan out to the ball, took it on his chest, and from 30 metres out, send it in and add it to Donegal's total. Certainly no Kerry threat yet, Edmund. The breeze is not that strong. We have 4 points on the scoreboard as John Shanahan comes with the kick out. This is a better one. To the far side, meant for Gleeson, and Gleeson gets possession, followed by John Farren. Anthony Gleeson crossing the Kerry 45 metre line. He sends the ball in. Into Martin, gets a boot to it, but the ball breaks to Pat Casey. Pat, tackled by Mark McShane, being swung around there. He gets in the ball. A dangerous ball inside. Tommy Dever in behind Michael O'Dwyer, but the Carndonagh lad is quite content to let it run over the line, and the referee and the umpire signals a wide ball. Paul Carberry anxious to get his placing correct as Stephen McKelvey wanders out here under us. Anthony Gleeson covers the middle of the field. 15 minutes into this first half. The kick into the centre of the field. Rory Muldoon as well under it, and Rory takes it well. Having a good game, Rory. He places his pass, gives John Farren a little bit too much to do. Mark McShane comes through, gets a boot to it. This one is half cut out by Pat Shanahan. Daniel Rue is in there, but Daniel Rue was in with the boot, and so was the referee with the whistle, as he penalised the Gweedore lad for a foul on Pat Shanahan. Pat plays it across to Enos Looney. Enos gives it a long ball through the centre to Anthony Gleeson. Anthony with Rory Muldoon on his shoulders gives the ball inside. Meant for Tommy Dever, meant for Michael O'Dwyer, but well cut out by Paul Carberry. Plays a neat ball out here on the list to Rory Brady. Rory down over it, confronted by Sean O'Shea. By the full forward Morris Carroll. He gets in his kick and in fact being forced to play the ball out over the line. Rory was anxious for the free. The referee wasn't interested. It's a line ball to Kerry. Captain Michael O'Dwyer outside the 20 metre line. Referee is anxious to get him back close to the line. The referee moves into the centre as Michael O'Dwyer attempts this with right footed, anxious to get a short one. He sends it across. It seems to be going to the left and attempted, but Paul Carberry gets his hand to it and the ball is ball gone wide. Kerry attackers not agreeing with the decision. The umpire had no hesitation about it. And Edmund, as we say, as we enter the 17th minute of this first half, Donegal with a 4-point lead. What a goal would do at this stage.
Yes, I think if Donegal could get a goal before half time, I think we'll be in the driving seat.
Paul Carberry's kick out into the centre of the field. Rory Muldoon. Rory gets possession again, and Rory left-footed, feeding the Gweedore man and feeding the ball. Breaks inside. Frank Ward is going to be onto it. Frank gets in his shoulder. Daniel Rue is right through. It must be Daniel. It's a shot and bang by Daniel Rue. A comment from Edmund Brennan. Frank Ward did the donkey work. Daniel Rue finished it. Comment from Edmund.
I told you this morning, John Joe, that it was Daniel Rue was going to get a goal here in Croke Park today.
18 minutes, 12 minutes to half time. Kerry were punished by a through ball. 2 defenders committed themselves. Frank Ward used his shoulder. Daniel Rue was onto it, into the centre of the field. John Farren takes it with authority. John has his kick blocked down by Brendan O'Shea. John Farren is penalised, being spoken today by the referee. The scoreboard says Kerry no scored. In fact, the scoreboard down here on our left gives Kerry 1-4, Donegal no score, but there's a few of us up here would disagree with that one as it. Tom Leslie comes with the kick. It's a poor one. He gets the knockdown from Tony Boyle. He sends it left-footed across here under it. Is it going to get to the line? Is it going to beat O'Shea to the line? It's kept in play by Michael O'Dwyer. Michael getting inside Tommy Dever. He's still going on. He's being tugged there and the referee giving him his free. anxious to move it forward. The referee is having none of it. He plays it back. I wonder, is the scoreboard going to be changed? The scoreboard on the right-hand side says Donegal 7, Kerry 0. We follow that scoreboard as Michael O'Dwyer with this free kick for Kerry. On the 45-metre line, he drops a dangerous ball into the square. Paul Carberry is on it. It went all the way to the net. From here, it must be classed as an own goal.
Aye. Very bad mistake there. It seems to be an own goal, all right. It seemed to come off one of our backs.
Seems to be an own goal. We'll not credit it to anybody. Kerry will accept it, but to me there was two Donegal defenders there and the keeper. None of them seemed to claim it, with the result that the ball from Michael O'Dwyer went right into the Kerry net. The kick out comes to Damien Gillespie. Damien crosses the halfway line, but Damien has his kick blocked down by Anthony Gleeson. Anthony plays a fine ball through to Morris Carroll. Morris inside, and it out comes the man but Luke Aston being penalised for a tripping foul on Pat Dennehy. What a change 1 minute can make, Edmund. It was 7-0. It was 7-3. Is it going to be 7-4?
Yes, it looks as if it's another point here for Kerry. They've struck back very quick after their goal.
That's right. The man from Carsiveen, Brendan O'Shea, 20 metres out. Right footed, left footed. He sends it over. And Kerry, from being in a position of 7-0, are back. And it's now the scoreboard on our right says 7-4. And I gather they've got the message on the scoreboard here in the Nally stand, because at the minute it is blank. Is there a change in it? Whether they change it or not, there's certainly a change in this last minute or two. All started by a harmless looking dropping ball in by Michael O'Dwyer. Hesitancy in the Donegal defence. We'll follow the play as Paul Carberry sends it into the centre of the field. Rory Muldoon is under it. Rory drops it. It comes down to Michael Doherty. It's Pat Casey. A tripping foul, and the referee thought he was going to the notebook. He had a quiet word with Rory Muldoon, because Donegal are guilty of conceding quite an amount of free kicks around the centre of the field at this stage. As Michael O'Dwyer, a little bit closer than the last one. Is he going to drop it in again at this early stage? Is he going to be encouraged by the mix-up in the Donegal defence? He sends it in. It's a poor free kick. It comes down. Tommy Diver is in there. And it comes to Paul Carberry. Paul's clearance is high. It comes to the 45-metre line. Anthony Gleeson is under it. Clean catch by the John Mitchell's man. And he sends it through left-footed. A beautiful ball played through to Pat Casey. Bounce off his chest. Pat sends a high one. Not much ground gained. But it comes down. Tommy Diver is under it. The ball breaks loose. Rory Brady is trying to get up. And the man from St. Knowles gets in his kick. It's a poor one, though. It comes to Anthony Gleeson. To Michael Doherty, his midfield partner. They're all in there. There's a scrummage in there. The referee is anxious to sort it out. And the referee balances it out by seemingly he's going to throw it in. The referee throws it up. Rory Muldoon gets his hand to it. Mark McShane gets his hand to it. And it breaks out to Anthony Gleeson. Anthony goes down over it. He's on the ground. He's confronted by Tommy Diver. And the referee certainly is quite harsh there, I thought, on Tommy Diver. He seemed to have... We'll follow the play. It's a Kerry free kick. Inside the sideline down here under us. 23-24 metres out. Michael O'Dwyer. This is a better one from the Waterville man. He swings it across. And reminiscent of the Mikey Shea, he sends it over the bar. A period of Kerry dominance started by that goal from Michael O'Dwyer.
The goal give Kerry great encouragement, and they've scored 2 points since. But I still think that we're still holding the upper hand on them as long as we don't make any more mistakes.
Yes, as Edmund says, we're going through a difficult patch at the minute. This is going to be the test. Are we going to survive this one? Paul Carberry with the kick out into the centre of the field. Mark McShane. Is this the renaissance? Mark, under pressure, crosses the halfway line. And the wee man from Kilcar, he loses possession. He gets it back. Michael Doherty is confronting him. He's gone right over the 45-metre line. He delivers. The delivery is not a good one. Pat Shanahan. Frank Ward is across. Frank Ward with the chip. An important one for Donegal. And Frank Ward makes no mistake. A settling point by the young man from Glenfinn. An important score, Edmund.
A very important score there from Captain Frank Ward.
8 minutes left in this first half. The scoreboard on our left have been corrected. It reads Donegal 1-5, Kerry 1-2. Scoreboard on our right says 8-5. As John Shanahan with the kick out. It's a better one, but it's good fun for Donegal. John Farron. John trying to get on his left foot. And John does. And John sends it in, but he sends it harmlessly to the right and he sends it wide. John keen to get on the left foot. He did manage to get it on the left foot. We look over at the Donegal dugout. There seem to be a little bit of movement over there. anxious, I'm sure happy with that Frank Ward point as Kerry revert to Paddy Kelleher for their kick out once again. Paddy from the edge of the square. This is a better one from Paddy. It's dropping in and John Farren is under it again. This could be one for John. Left footed. He sends it in. Important, but it's gone to the right and it's gone wide. 2 chances for Donegal when they certainly needed the scores. The wind is not a big factor here, Edmund, but it may be down on the pitch.
It's hard to know from up here now, but I don't think that it'll have much effect on the game. It's not having very much effect on the game.
As Edmund says, the flags on the far side seem to lay limp. What effect the wind is having down there, well, that remains to be seen. Donegal 8, Kerry 5. John O'Brien gets a fist to it, but Rory Muldoon. Rory sends a dangerous ball inside, but John Shanahan is under it. John Shanahan under pressure from Sean Furey. Sean Furey is penalised for a holding foul, and John Shanahan from Tralee, one of the 2 Shanahans on the Kerry team, no relation. John from Tralee comes with the kick into the centre of the field. Rory Muldoon, cut out by his schoolmate Rory Brady. Rory sends a dangerous ball through to Frank Ward. Frank is in front of his man. Frank gets inside, left footed. Is there a tail on it? Can Daniel Roux keep it in play? Sean Furey gets his hand to it, but the umpire settles it all. The umpire signals wide. Edmund, 4 minutes to half time. What's the setup?
Donegal are going through a very good period at the moment, but we're not using the possession well enough. John Farren, if we let the ball in early to the full forward line, I think we can get more.
Anthony Gleeson picks up the kick out. He crosses the Kerry 50-metre line. He's over the halfway. He sends the ball inside. Paul Carberry, and it's cut inside to Pat Dennehy. Dennehy is right through inside Austin. A shot and a goal. A goal from Pat Dennehy. The finishing was clinical. The move was good. Gleeson to O'Shea. O'Shea laid it on to Pat Dennehy. He certainly left Luke Austin for dead as Paul Carberry comes with the kick out. 2-2 to 1-5. It's anybody's game. Out into the centre of the field. Rory Muldoon is under it. Rory Brady getting back there. Rory gets possession. Rory get the benefit there of a frontal shoulder charge committed by Morris Carroll. The finishing was clinical, Edmund.
He left Shanahan. He left Luke Austin for dead, and he finished very well.
With Edmund Enda Martin with the kick. Rory Muldoon. Rory in possession quite a lot today. Rory is being swung around there by Michael Doherty, and yes, instructions coming in the far side. A switch in the Donegal team. We'll follow the play. Gives it inside to Stephen McKelvey. Stephen is cutting right through. He's got inside to McBride, and McKelvey gets it in. McKelvey buries it. The chance seemed to be lost, but McKelvey penalises it.
A great goal there from the Funtown man. A goal just at the right time for Donegal. We replied. It was a great reply to Kerry's goal.
Yes, there's an instant reply. Stephen McKelvey seemed to have lost it. He regained possession once again, and he slid it inside the right-hand upright. It doesn't matter where it goes. It drops in the middle of the field between Gleeson and Farren, and cut out by Rory Muldoon. Rory read that ball well. Confronted on the far side, a switch here. Luke Austin has been switched to right full back in a switch with Tommy Diver. We'll follow the players as Donegal have gained to 45. The ball going out off of Pat Shanahan on the far side. A switch in the Donegal team. Edmund, as I say, Luke Austin and Tommy Diver seem to have switched places. But really, Dennehy did cut in for that goal.
Yes, he finished very well, but it was great to see Donegal coming back here in Croke Park, especially against Kerry, and scoring a goal right away again.
Through for Edmund as Tony Boyle. Tony with the 45-metre kick. Very near the sideline, under the Cusick stand. He sends it in. It's a low one. Sean Furey has it. Sean has it on his favourite foot. Left foot. Dangerous ball. Frank Ward is under it. Frank tries to get a hand to it. But the first man out to it is Damien Gillespie. Damien, left-footed. And Damien sends a dangerous ball across. Is there a tail? Sean Furey is on it. But Sean, despite the best efforts of Sean Furey, he couldn't keep it in play. Time check. 3 minutes. Maybe the last time check was not spot on, but Edmund, quite a lot has happened in the meantime.
Yes, I think if Donegal can hold this 3-point lead to half time, we'll be doing very well.
That's right, as John Shanahan comes with a kick out into the centre of the field. Anthony Gleeson and John Farren. And the present Kerry minor showing his class. He outfields, but Mark McShane shows his class on the other side. Cut it out, a dangerous ball. Mark is going to be To me, it seemed to be a free from where the ball landed. The referee seemed to signal on. Frank Ward is under it. Frank gains possession, plays it back out to Damien Gillespie. Damien on his right foot sends it. Sorry, Stephen McKelvey. Stephen sends it across, but there's a tail in it from Stephen. Could have been an important one in the lead into the interval. The referee makes his way out into the centre of the field. That's John Shanahan. Comes with the kick out. The crowd are filling in here. The hill is filling up. We'll follow the play as John Shanahan's kick out to the far side between Gleeson and Farron again. And this time Farron takes it. And the man from Carndon, ex-Gormus downstairs, drops it in. Sean Fury keeps his eye on it. But it's cut out by Sean O'Brien. Sean O'Brien plays it up to Sean O'Shea and Rory Brady. Sean O'Shea flicks it on. Flicks it on to Tom Leslie. To Michael Doherty. Gives it inside to Sean O'Shea. Sean is cutting right through. The Kenmare man is going right through. 45 metres on. Gives it inside. He goes on for the return. But the Kerry Brendan O'Shea sends it in. He'll hit the upright, in fact. Frank Ward is under it. Paul Carberry is under it. It comes back to Maurice Carroll. Maurice Carroll with the left foot sends it in and sends it over the bar. Slick move by the Kerry. Sean O'Shea playing it through to Maurice Carroll. Went on for the return. The initial shot came off the cross. Came off the upright. That's Paul Carberry, a busy man in the kicking. The score 2-5 to 2-3 in favour of the boys from Tyrconnell as we approach half time. Kick into the centre of the field. Taken by Michael Doherty. Pat Casey. Pat, centre half forward last year, centre half forward this year. Pat Dennehy. Pat being swung around there, being given the advantage. Inside to Brendan O'Shea, and Brendan sends it over the bar. But Donegal were left off the hook. There was two Kerrymen inside. Two Kerrymen lucky inside there, Edmund. We were left off the hook.
Yes, we were very lucky we didn't score a goal. Hadn't a goal scored against us there. Two Kerrymen inside. If the ball had been given quick, it was a definite goal.
Yeah, yes, indeed. Little bit of sorting out to be done at half time. As Paul Carberry with the kick out again. Paul's kick is a poor one. And the referee is anxious to move Brendan O'Shea back. Seemed to be a switch in the Donegal and the Kerry team. Brendan O'Shea, wearing number 10, is now in full forward in a switch with Maurice Carroll. As Paul Carberry with the kick. Paul right into the centre of the field. Mark McShane gets his hand to it. It comes through to Tony Boyle. Tony gets around his man nicely. And Tony cuts through 45 metres out. Has his kick blocked down by Anthony Gleeson. And it breaks loose to Frank Ward. Frank trying to get it on his left foot. Could be important just before half time. He sells a dummy. And Frank Ward very accurately. Frank Ward places. He beat two men in that move. The dummy, the solo. And he was inside and Frank Ward didn't make the mistake. A captain's part Frank is playing, Edmund.
Yes, definitely another great score for Donegal. But our defence seems to be coming under a lot of pressure and we seem to be making a few mistakes.
Yes, a lot of pressure. And there goes the half-time whistle. Half-time here in Croke Park and the Vocational Schools final. The curtain raiser to the National League final. The score, Donegal 2-6, Kerry 2-4 as the teams leave the field. Both sets of mentors will be anxious to do a bit of sorting out. At this stage, the Donegal defence seem to be a little bit hesitant because of the Kerry direct method of play, but we'll leave it at that and we'll join you for the second half. We're back live here in Croke Park as we await the throw-in for the second half. Various analysis here up in the commentary position. The fact that the win may not be a factor. Donegal are 2 points ahead if we can tighten up in defence. All those options. Edmund, what about it?
I see the Kerry full forward is now out playing wing half forward, being marked now by Mark McShane.
That's right.
We're joined here in the commentary position by Manus Brennan. Manus, have you any words of wisdom to pass at this stage up here?
Well, I think Donegal played very well in the first half. Overall, the forwards had a great game. I think Rory Muldoon and John Farren were very good at midfield. I think the only place where we were falling down and very badly was the full back line. I think if we can tighten up there, the forwards look like they're going to take their chances today, and I think we can beat Kerry still.
Okay, Manus, the referee checking some last-minute checks here. We'll follow it. There seems to be no changes in personnel. Same set of midfielders. 2 Donegal cornerbacks are switched as the ball being thrown back to the referee as we set the watches here. And the hill begins to fill up. The referee, a last-minute check to check up here. And he throws it in the ball and the second half is on. Michael Doherty gets his hands to it, but Rory Muldoon is the man in possession. Rory gets it on the right foot. He sends it inside, but John Shanahan is cut out by Enos Looney. Enos is fouled there by Frank Ward. We'll get the timing right on this occasion as John Shanahan, 30 metres from his own goal, comes with the kick out, comes with this free kick. The kick out into the centre of the field. John Farren and Anthony Gleeson. Anthony is under it. He plays a ball through first time towards Luke Austin and Michael O'Dwyer. Luke hesitates. It comes down to Michael O'Dwyer. Michael be swung around. He comes inside. He plays it in and the referee was thought for a minute about blowing it, but the ball breaks to Sean O'Shea. And Sean from Kenmare sends it to the right and sends it wide. A chance gone a begging. As the referee thought about giving a free against Luke Austin, he gave Kerry the advantage. Fortunately, from Donegal's point of view, the finishing was correct, and it went. The kick from Sean O'Shea went to the right and went wide. Paul Carberry backs into the canal end as he comes with this kick out. It's a good one, out into the centre of the field. Sean O'Shea's on it, but it breaks down to the vigilant Rory Brady. Rory from St. Knowles gets his hand to it, but it's cut out by Tom Leslie. Daniel Rue is in there. Damien Gillespie played along the ground to Daniel Rue. Daniel Rue Gallagher, 30 metres out, in from the sideline. Thinks a left-footed shot. He sends a dangerous ball across between Frank Ward and Enos Looney. The ball breaks down. Frank Ward gets a boot to it, but John Shanahan is back, and the full back having his way blocked there by Sean Fury and Frank Ward. The referee comes to his assistance and awards a free out to Kerry. John Shanahan, as we await the first score of the second half, out between Michael Doherty and Rory Muldoon. Doherty wins this one. He lays it off to John O'Brien, left-footed, has his kick blocked down by John Farden. John showing a lot of heart on that occasion, but the ball comes off the foot of John O'Brien, and it's a Donegal line ball. Frank Ward has gone out to take it. One of the Kerry players calling for attention. It appears as if it's John McCarthy. The referee moving over to him calls in the Kerry mentor as Frank Ward lines this one up 35 metres from the Kerry goal under the Cusick stand. Aiming to drop this one. Subs warming up on the far side of the field. 2 Kerry subs warming up. Water coming in all around the place. PJ McGowan coming into the assistance of Rory Brady with water and words of advice as Frank Ward sends a short one across to Rory Muldoon. Rory, right footed. It's high. It's dropping in. It's going to drop in on the square. Who's under it? Sean Fury is under it. But John Shanahan is the man in possession. John gets in his clearance. A good one down here under us to Morris Carroll. Switched out to right half forward in the second half. Plays a ball low along the ground into Martin. But it comes to Pat Casey. Pat sends a ball inside. First time to Brendan O'Shea. Paul Carberry gets his hand to it, and Paul reads the situation very well. Looks up, left-footed, gets in a kick between Gleeson and John Farren. And Gleeson is the man that wins it. The John Mitchell's man, left-footed, first time, drops it in to Paul Carberry. Sorry, it's Paul Carberry under it. Paul is swung around. Clean catching by Paul Carberry.
A great catch there from Paul Carberry, but Gleeson seems to be getting a lot of ball from far in the middle of the field here at the start of the second half.
As Paul Carberry comes with this free, up along the wing, towards Mark McShane. Mark gets it, down here under us, right-footed. He sends it through the centre to Daniel Rue. Daniel Rue under pressure from Pat Shanahan, and it comes to Tom Leslie. Tom sends it through to Enda Martin, and well taken by Pat Casey. Inside to Morris Carroll. Morris, the man from Listowel, left-footed, across the centre, sends in a ball. It's sweet, it's right, and it's over the bar. The first score of the second half. We're playing 4 minutes. Score, Donegal 12, Kerry 11. An important first score there, Edmund.
A very important score there from the Kerry full forward, who is now playing in the right half forward. Very good score indeed.
Yes, indeed, as Paul Carberry. Paul has been a busy man in the kick-outs these days. From the centre of the 20-metre line, he sends it into Enda Martin. Enda grasps it at the second attempt. Sends a ball across in the centre of the field. Cut out by Anthony Gleeson. Anthony plays it through first time, but well cut out by Rory Brady. Rory gets in. Rory is a good ball through to Stephen McKelvey. Stephen, over the halfway line, thinks about dumming. Sends a ball inside to where John McCarthy goes back for it. Confronted by Frank Ward. John seems to be switched back on Frank Ward at this stage. Gets in a ball to Anthony Gleeson. Anthony takes it neatly and he goes over the halfway line. Plays a ball inside to Sean O'Shea. Sean having difficulty getting it up. He gets it at the second attempt. Plays it through. Paul Carberry one hand, but the ball comes through to Pat Dennehy, the scorer of one of Kerry's 2 goals at this stage. Being confronted by Tommy Diver. Knocked off it by Tommy Diver, but regains possession. He sends it back into Pat Casey on the burst. Pat under pressure from Enda Martin. Fouled by Enda Martin. And is this to be the equaliser? Referee is anxious to get the position of the free kick right, as Brendan O'Shea, a survivor from the Kerry team of last year, from Carsavine to the right of the post. As we look down here, from up here high in the Hogan stand, Brendan O'Shea, kick to the far side, and that will have to go down as a miss, Edmund.
Yes, a very scoreable free there, missed by Kerry. We're just still with our noses in front here, but we would need to get our forward line would need to get moving again. The ball would need to be kicked in quick to them.
Yes, as Edmund says, our forward line seems to have the measure of this Kerry defence. Getting that ball in there fast and quickly would seem to be the message. The ball is into the centre of the field. Michael Doherty gets it. Michael coming more into it as time goes on. Being fouled there by John Farron. Doherty is not very happy with the foul, and Doherty is being penalised, and the referee is going to throw it up. A holding foul there. The referee didn't pass any remark on it. Michael O'Doherty did. The referee penalised him for dissent, and as a result the ball is being thrown up between John Farron and Leeson. And as Farron on this occasion plays a low ball through the centre. Stephen McKelvey beaten out by John O'Brien. The ball is played inside. Paul Carberry is under it. So indeed is Brendan O'Shea. It's cut back now to Rory Brady. Rory, the Nicky corner back, left half back, plays it out to Damien Gillespie. Damien under pressure. Plays a ball out here, very close to the sideline. Under us here in the Hogan stand. The linesman has the flag up. Mark McShane seemed to have kept it in play. He didn't. There's a switch in the Kerry team again as Morris Carroll has gone in full forward, and it seems as if Brendan O'Shea is back out to his right half forward position. We'll follow the play as this ball comes in. Rory Brady is under it. The ball bubbly about there. And the first man to pick it up is Sean O'Shea. Sean sends a dangerous ball across, and well cut out by Luke Austin. Luke from Carrick sends the ball through. It comes to John O'Brien. And that wee man from Rathmore. Is he going to punish the clearance? He is. He drops it on the top of the net. And the sides are level. Luke Aston's poor clearance is being punished by John O'Brien. The sides are level. As we are 7 minutes into the second half. 2-6 to Donegal, 2-6 to Kerry. Next score is going to be important as Kerry introduce the substitution. It's a redhead. We'll follow the play as he goes to the referee. Number 18 on his back and number 18 on the programme. It's Michael Gallivan from Kenmare. He's come into this team and he's coming in at left half forward at the expense of... It seems as if Sean O'Shea has departed the scene. We'll follow the play as the ball breaks down to Enos Looney. Enos plays the ball inside to Anthony Gleeson. Anthony being under pressure. Michael Doherty, in fact. And it's played through to Brendan O'Shea. And Brendan sends Kerry into the lead. A bad face for Donegal. Bad face. 2 quick points by Kerry. We'll follow the play. It's Michael Gallivan who has been introduced. We can see the Kerry number 12. As I said, it appears as if it's Sean O'Shea that has left the scene. Paul Carberry. Donegal would need a score at this stage to settle them, Edmund.
Yes, definitely. I think that PJ should bring Frank Ward out to the half forward line.
Yes, we're certainly struggling, and we're struggling once again because Mark McShane has been penalised for a holding foul on Brendan O'Shea. Brendan moved in full forward, thinking about a fast one, and indeed he does. He gets it. He comes inside, gives it back to number 15, Michael O'Dwyer, and Michael makes no mistake from 40 metres out. Dead straight in front of the post, and he sends it straight over. Is it time for a move on the Donegal bench? They seem to be in close conversation over there. Things are not working certainly around the half-back line. We're not getting the possession in the middle of the field. Stephen McKelvey may be the man for the switch. Frank Ward is being advised, and it's indeed as Frank Ward has moved out into the half-forward line. Well taken by Rory Muldoon. It's important that Donegal reply quickly. Rory, in his own half of the field, sends a ball through to Damien Gillespie, but that is cut out by Enos Looney. Switched out to right half back in the second half. He gives it through to Pat Dennehy. Small but effective. He's gone inside Tommy Diver. He's going on, and the referee comes to his assistance and penalises Tommy Diver. Frank Ward has been moved out to centre half forward. Tony Boyle. Damien Gillespie switches all around the place. We'll follow it as Brendan O'Shea places this ball on the 30-metre line, slightly to the right of the post. Switches on the Donegal team, Edmund, as we'll follow it, the play here.
Yes, there seems to be switches. Frank Ward is out in the half forward line now.
As Brendan O'Shea comes with the kick. Brendan, it's a poor one. It's to the far side. An effort by Michael O'Dwyer to keep it in play doesn't work, and the ball has gone to the left and gone wide. Yes, the switches. We'll tell you about them. Damien Gillespie has gone to left corner forward. Left half forward, Daniel Rue Gallagher. Frank Ward is right half forward. Stephen McKelvey is right full forward. John Farron, Rory Muldoon still in the middle of the field as Paul Carberry places it on the edge of the small square. Donegal anxious to get this into the Kerry half of the field as Paul Carberry with the kick out. It comes down to the 45. Mark McShane gets it. Rory Muldoon, he sends Donegal attacking. Sean Fureys coming towards it. Stephen McKelvey is coming through. It breaks out towards Frank Ward. But John Shanahan, the full back from Tralee, clears it through to Enda Martin. Enda coming more into it. Enda's clearance is a high one. It's directed to nobody. It comes down to where two Kerrymen. John O'Brien cuts it out. The linesman has the flag up, and it's a Donegal ball. Donegal are anxious to get the play in there. Frank Ward is anxious about the quick one. He sends it in. He chips it in through, but it's cut out by John O'Brien. Going back for it. Confronted by Stephen McKelvey. And the boot seems to be in there, but in one way or the other it's coming to John McCarthy. And John, despite getting in his clearance, also gets the assistance of a free kick from the referee. A free to Donegal, John Shanahan. Really, it's an unsettling period here for Donegal. We seem to be making heavy work of getting that ball forward, and any ball that is played forward, certainly giving those forwards a little bit too much work to do. The difference it shows on the scoreboard. Kerry 2-8, Donegal 2-6. Donegal yet to score. The substitute on the Kerry team, Michael Galvin, in possession. And Michael is being swung around, and really this game is developing into a little bit of a free a minute, shall we say. The referee is not anxious to... This idea of dissent is not entry in here, Edmund. Certainly Donegal being, if the personal foul rule was in operation, Edmund, we'd have a few in the book at this stage.
Yes, that's definitely true. We seem to be committing a lot of fouls. As you said,
John O'Brien with a free kick, and it drops in. Well taken by John Farron. John plays it right through up the centre. Tony Boyle and John O'Brien. Tony Boyle swung now, but it's John O'Brien is in possession, and it's John McCarthy cut out the dangerous situation. Enos Looney thinking about a short one. The referee is having none of it. He gives it back. It's back in the middle of the field, and it is a Donegal. It is a Kerry free kick. Enos Looney is anxious to take it. Enos started at left corner back. He's been switched over here to right half back. One of the survivors from last year. As he comes up and he kicks this ball into the centre. It's dropping in. Enda Martin is under it. It breaks out to Pat Casey. Pat, confronted by Mark McShane, lays the ball off neatly to Brendan O'Shea. Brendan, left-footed. There's a tail in it from Brendan, and it's gone to the right and it's gone wide. Really, Edmund, we've not been threatening. We've been under pressure.
Yes, we're definitely under pressure, and we would need to get a score soon to settle us down.
Manus, as I say, as we join, we are 12-13 minutes into the second half. Not a good phase for Donegal. Probably if we'll weather the storm, we may get back.
Yeah, I think they've got to settle down and concentrate on the game, get the ball up far quicker than they're doing.
Mark McShane gets it. Mark trying to solo in a position which was impossible. Just what Manus was saying there. He's been dispossessed by Pat Casey. Enos Looney, no messing. He plays a ball through to Michael O'Dwyer. Michael O'Dwyer pretends to draw Austin out, and he gets in ahead of him. It's Austin and Dwyer on the far side. Austin gets a boot to it, and it's out over the line on the far side. Intelligent play by Michael O'Dwyer. He led Luke Austin out, then dummied it and went inside, with the result that Luke Austin had to recover, and there was a line ball which resulted in the far side, very near the corner flag. John O'Brien with it. He's going to drop it. Is he going to drop it in? He is going to drop it in, but from Donegal's point of view, he dropped it on the left-hand side and harmlessly wide. Paul Carberry, as we said here, a bad period here for Donegal. They need to weather the storm. Frank Ward trying to get instructions dished out around the centre of the field. The ball comes in and it comes towards Rory Muldoon. Rory gives it through the centre. The ball given through the centre to Frank Ward. Frank in possession over the halfway line. And the wee man from Glenfin. His encouragement is certainly needed now. He crosses the Kerry 45-metre line. Under pressure from John McCarthy. He's still in possession. He's being swung around. He's still going. He comes back. Right-footed. He plays it inside to Daniel Rue. He held possession well. Daniel thinking about a short one. He drops it in. Towards Sean Fury. And comes off Sean Fury's hands. Sean is in possession once again. Left-footed by Sean Fury. And the man from Navalton punishes the man. An important, good fighting qualities by Sean Fury. It was needed. It was needed by Frank Ward. An important score. Donegal's first score in the second half. We're 15 minutes through as we enter the last quarter of this game. Good work by Frank Ward. Good fighting qualities by Sean Fury. Sean got it on his left foot, and when Sean gets it on his left foot, he doesn't miss too many. He didn't miss on that occasion. As the Kerry kick out from John Shanahan, he's aiming for the side of the field. He is indeed. John Farron, Anthony Gleeson is under it. He aimed for Gleeson. He got Gleeson. Gleeson looks up. Gleeson sends a dangerous ball across towards the 45-metre line. Rory Brady cuts it out tenaciously, but he's dispossessed by Michael Galvin inside to Morris Carroll, and Morris is punishes. It was Rory Brady was in possession. It finished up in the hands of Michael Galvin, and the Kerry reply was instinct, Edmund.
Yes, Rory Brady had possession of the ball there and he lost it, and Kerry punished us.
Yes, indeed, the answer to Sean Fury's point was instant, as we said. Punished as a result of good play by Michael Gallivan. Played it through to Morris Carroll. The kick out comes to Brendan O'Shea. John Farren is under it. John getting it on his favourite left foot, and John sends it. The drop kick, very close to the line, out over the line. Pat Shanahan is content to leave it go over the line. Damien Gillespie, in his effort to keep it in, failed to do so. The linesman moves it forward. Enos Looney, lucky up. He sends it into the centre. Enda Martin is on it. Mark McShane is on it. But it breaks to Michael Doherty. Right through to Pat Casey. This is danger signals. Pat Casey is through. It hit the upright and gone to the far side. And a little bit of hesitation on the part of the umpires. But the hesitation is soon settled by the raising of a white flag. A ball that hit the upright, went across, went over the bar. The umpires weren't so sure, but indeed, from Donegal's point of view, the white flag was raised, and this gives 13 points for Donegal, 16 for Kerry. The clear goal is in it. As the kick into the centre of the field, Rory Muldoon gets possession. He plays a good ball through Sean Fury. This could be a match winner here. He gives it inside to Stephen McKelvey. Stephen knocks it back. The support is not there. Enos Looney. Enos down here under us. Meant for Anthony Gleeson. Anthony will not keep that one in play. Frank Ward is anxious to move it quickly. Frank thinking about a quick one. He gives it to John Farren. John plays it back neatly to Frank Ward. Frank needs to swing this one across. He holds possession. He gives it into John Farren. Are we overdoing it? We're overdoing it. And Enos Looney punishes us. It breaks to Michael Doherty. Michael moves it. Confronted by Daniel Roux. Plays it through to us, Pat Dennehy and Tommy Diver. Paul Carberry gets a hand to it. Paul Carberry going back. Down here under the corner. Near the canal end. Plays it across it to the centre to Enda Martin. Enda needs a relieving clearance. Enda tries to soloing. Really, there's the difference. Enda manages to get his clearance after some struggle. Frank Ward gets his hands to it. The ball breaks. It's anybody's. The referee gives it in favour of Donegal. In favour of Kerry. Mark McShane is not happy. But really, Edmund, on a few occasions there, we seem to be in clean possession. But we seem to be getting caught with this extra solo run. And as a result, our clearances are being hasty.
Yes, that's definitely right. And Kerry are punishing.
Enos Looney drops it in around the centre. Pat Casey, he has the measure of Enda Martin. He's under pressure. He plays it back to Brendan O'Shea. Brendan, left-footed, but Brendan sends it to the right and sends it wide. Really, Enda Martin is finding this Pat Casey quite a difficult nut to handle, as indeed is Mark McShane as his work cut out here with Brendan O'Shea. All the Kerry firepower seem to be coming up this right side and up the centre. Casey is effective, but it's Enda Martin in possession at this stage. Enda switches it away to the far side. There's a mentor on the field as Tony Boyle. Tony is in possession. This is what we've been waiting for, Tony. He's on his own. He passes the 45-metre line. He's still going on. He crosses the 20-metre line. He's right through. His shot is blocked down. Well covered off by Tom Leslie. The ball comes through to Rory Muldoon. Towards Frank Ward. Frank is in possession on the Kerry 45-metre line. Tom Leslie ends up with the ball. The referee decides it. He gives it. Really, Tony Boyle. Tony took that one step too much and then had his kick blocked down. The chance was on. The chance was on for a point. We'll check in the score. 2-10 for Kerry. 2-7 for Donegal. Maybe that doesn't tie in with the last goal check. They're sitting quite on the hill. No blue flag showing. The odd green and gold. Who's the green and gold in favour of? Donegal are playing in the green and gold. Kerry are playing in the McCool's white and green. At this stage, it's the McCool's green and white are on top. As Tony Boyle from the 45-metre line. 9 out of 10 Tony would do it. Is he going to do it here in Croke Park when Donegal really need this score? Tony comes up, right-footed. He drops it in. A dangerous ball dropping in. Sean Fury is under it. There's 4 of them under it. But it's Enos Looney who comes away. Left-footed. Into the centre. 2 Donegal men. 1 Kerry man. The 1 Kerry man who breaks. It's Anthony Gleeson. He breaks to Michael Doherty. Michael Doherty says Kerry in. He sends it through to Michael O'Dwyer. But that ball is cut out by Luke Austin. Luke Austin gives it to Rory Muldoon. Rory Muldoon with Luke Austin outside him. Rory plays it inside to Luke Austin. This calls for delivery from Luke. He's going on. He's swung around. He gets his free kick. Luke thinks about a short one. He changes his mind. Rory Muldoon thinks about a short one. He gives it out to Stephen McKelvey and the young man from Fintown. An important kick. Right-footed from Stephen McKelvey and over the bar.
A great point there from Stephen McKelvey. And we're still in this game with a chance if we can keep at it.
Yes, an important score by Stephen McKelvey, but really Kerry should have punished the hesitancy again in the Donegal outfit here, which seemed to be overplaying this ball here, down here on the wrist. But in any case, the kick out from John Shanahan. It's meant for Farren and Looney, and Farren wins this one. Farren left footed, a dangerous ball through Stephen McKelvey. It comes off his foot, it breaks to Damien Gillespie. Is this to be Donegal's period of dominance? Damien Gillespie sends a dangerous ball across. Is there a tail on it? There's a tail on it, surely. It's gone to the left and it's gone wide. Maybe we're coming back into it, Edmund.
Yes, I think that was a very good point there by Stephen McKelvey. And I think if we can, if John Farren could come back into it in the middle of the field again, I think we'll put Kerry under pressure.
Under pressure, surely. It's not that Kerry are dominating in the middle of the field. It's more the direct style of play right throughout the field, as opposed to the Donegal ID. This ball comes down and it's a poor kick out. It comes through to Daniel Rua, but again it's cut out by the Kerry centre half back Tom Leslie. Read the situation first. Think about a placey one. Cuts across and left footed. It comes through to Rory Muldoon. Rory is having one of his better games. He gets inside. His way is blocked. He plays it out to Daniel Rua. And the man from Gweedore is the Mahari Gallant star going to his kick blocked down by Ennis Looney. Really, he had to block it down. John Farren, 2 Donegal, 1 Kerry. And the 1 Kerry man comes out on top. Ennis Looney. Jimmy Danahan style here. The crew cut, or more Paddy Shea, shall we say. The crew cut and the Kerry style of Paddy Shea there. He was confronted by 2 Kerry men. He still managed it. There's a sub on the Donegal team. It's Aidan Burke. Aidan Burke for Carrick is in instead of Damien Gillespie. Young Aidan Burke, anxious. He has what to make an impression. And my stopwatch he has something like 8 minutes to make an impression. The ball comes down towards Gleeson and Farren. The ball breaks off. The linesman can't make up his mind. He makes up his mind by deciding it's going to be a half ball. Anxious. Mark McShane is anxious to take it. The linesman throws it in between them. Mark McShane. The ball comes loose and Mark McShane is swung around and a Kerry. It's a free to Donegal. Brendan O'Shea. Anthony Gleeson is on the ground. We'll follow the play as Mark McShane comes with the kick. Here comes Mark McShane. Kerry supporters down here under us not happy. The fact that Gleeson is on the ground. The ball breaks from Frank Ward. John McCarthy gets in a fist. The ball coming through. This is a dangerous situation. Michael Galvin is onto it. Luke Austin is onto it. Pat Boner is onto it. The first thing he's had to do today. And he played a good ball out to Mark McShane. And Mark loses it once again. Will we ever learn? Mark gives it across. The ball is on the ground. It comes across to Brendan O'Shea. Brendan. It's Morris Carroll. Gives it across. Rory Brady. Rory. Clearance out to the far side. Tom Leslie is on there. The ball out over the line. Really, Mark is getting caught in possession. Not for the first time today, Edmund.
Yes, definitely he's getting caught in possession of it a lot now. Yeah.
2 points between them. I make it 7 minutes on my watch. Line ball to Kerry. 60 metres from the Donegal goal. Under the Cusick stand. Right footed John McCarthy sends it across. It breaks, but it comes across to Anthony Gleeson. And Anthony unmarked, has no doubt. He sends it straight and sends it through and sends it over the bar. Kerry's lead has been well restored. It's Kerry 2-11, Donegal 2-8. Really, Edmund, in the second half, we've been just picking up the odd pieces. Kerry have been punishing us. Paul Carberry comes with the kick out into the centre of the field. Anthony Gleeson gets his hand to it. Frank Ward knocks it back to Rory Muldoon. Rory plays the ball first time through. Pat Shanahan. It breaks through. And there goes Aidan Burke. He's gone right through. And Aidan Burke burying it. Aidan Burke. The way man from Carrick.
Oh, a fantastic goal from young Aidan Burke. A great goal that brought Donegal back on foot.
Super sub Aidan Burke. He was onto a flick on from Sean Fury or Stephen McKelvey. Be that as it may, it's 3-8 to 2-11. We have no time for analysis. The ball comes into the middle of the field. It breaks to Ennis Looney. Are we going to be back in Croke for another weekend? The ball is dropped by Ennis Looney. He thinks about a short one. He gives it inside. The ball played through to Brendan O'Shea. Brendan gets inside Rory Muldoon. He's coming across, he's confronted. And Rory Muldoon is being penalised. Rory harshly from up here, I would appear to be. An important kick. It's 35 metres out. It's slightly to the right of the post. Edmund, we were chatty about on the way down. We wouldn't mind coming rather than a defeat. But at this stage, what are we going to settle for? We'd settle for a wide at this stage here as Brendan O'Shea from Carrick. Left footed. Brendan makes no mistake. As Kerry go for a substitution. Substitute on the Kerry team. Wouldn't it be ironic if Aidan Burke was to turn out? He took his goal magnificently. Can we get that ball up there once again? 5 minutes remaining. Still time. 3-8 to 2-12. Frank Ward with instructions. Michael Doherty has been replaced on the Kerry team. The substitute. We'll follow it as the kick out comes into the centre of the field. Rory Muldoon is under it. Anthony Gleeson is under it. Anthony. And certainly the referee. Any little tug. The referee is... Yes, it's a free to Donegal. It's a free to Kerry indeed. Enos Looney. We'll follow it. Switches about the play. Sean Fury is still full forward as we follow Enos Looney. Sends a dangerous ball. Possession here is important. And it's in the forum of the four masters. Carberry with the kick out. Tension is built up here. Tension is building up here. The crowd in the hill are quiet. Tony Boyle is in possession. Here comes Tony over the halfway line. Tony being confronted by Anthony Gleeson. He plays the ball through to Sean Fury. Can Sean get it on the left foot? Sean gets it on the left foot and Sean sends it over the bar. Over the bar. First time ball here. Played through by Tony Boyle to Sean Fury. We said it. We've been saying it. We've been saying it for years. Will the message ever get through that this first time ball through is the winner? It has worked on how many occasions? It worked on the last two. We've a goal from Aidan Burke as a result. We've a point from Sean Fury. Have the Donegal boys the tails up. I make it 3 minutes remaining. No time for the comment, Edmund. We'll follow it. Rory Muldoon gets a hand to it. Rory Muldoon is in possession. Rory needs to get that ball through. He gets it through to Daniel Rowe. Daniel Rowe getting on his right foot. Across into the centre. Inside Enos Looney. And again, it's cut out by Anthony Gleeson. It comes across to John Farron. John tries to chip it. John lifted that ball off the ground. He got away with it. And he's been swung around by Anthony Gleeson. A clean lift by the Caddon man, John Farron. The referee didn't spot it. We spotted it. We don't count at this stage. Sides are level. 2-12 to Kerry. 3-9 to Donegal. Desi Griffin is checking his account. Are we going to be back again? Can Tony Boyle clinch it? Important for Tony. Tony needs to kill this ball between the posts or either side. We'd prefer for it between the posts. We don't mind once it's killed. It's to the far side. Stephen McKelvey is under it. But so is Anthony Gleeson. Anthony's clearance is still in play. It's to the far side. Rory Brady is under it. A heart of gold, this man. He sends a ball across in. McKelvey is under it. It seemed as if there was a push. John O'Brien gets in his clearance. And it's out into the Kerry substitute. The Kerry substitute is Dan Cahill. Dan Cahill for Killarland. Gives it through to Rory Brady. Rory thought about the foul. Enda Martin is under pressure. The ball comes to the substitute. The ball is played through to Tommy Diver. And it comes to no foul here. The ball is given through to Pat Dennehy. And it's a free. It's a free. This could be the clincher. This could be it. I make it a minute and a half on my stopwatch. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. This is it. The time ticks. I've been informed. Forum. There's a minute in it. Michael O'Dwyer. Can this be the killer for Donegal? Michael O'Dwyer makes it. It's important. We're moving it fast. 1 point. Possession here is important, Edmund. Paul Carberry is anxious to speed it up. Possession, Edmund, is going to be important here.
We'll have to get this ball.
1 minute. Directions all around. We'll follow the play. Paul Carberry's kick. And it comes down. Brendan O'Shea. Rory Muldoon. He has been my man of the match. He's going through the midfield. Is he going to get caught? He's not. He sends the ball across towards Frank Ward. Frank wins it. Frank needs to get the ball in. He gets it into Stephen McKelvey. Stephen McKelvey and John O'Brien. O'Brien gets it in possession. He clears it up to Dan Cahill. Dan is confronted by Tony Boyle. Anthony Gleeson. The fist pass through to Michael O'Dwyer. Enda Martin is left sitting. This could wrap it up for Kerry. Over the 45-metre line. Confronted by John Farron. John Farron puts Michael O'Dwyer under pressure. The ball is dropping in. Tommy Diver is under it. Luke Austin is under it. If ever he needed to get it out, this was the time. He gets it across. His kick is half blocked down. Paul Carberry is back there. Paul is looking up. Paul needs to get that ball out. Paul gets a second bite of the cherry. The bounce is bad for Donegal. Paul Carberry gets in his clearance. Daniel Rowe wins it. Important for Daniel Rowe. Daniel gets it in. It's a high one. Donegal are attacking. Sean Fury. Stephen McKelvey. John Shanahan cuts it out. Stephen McKelvey gets in his clearance. The hand of the referee. He's looking at his watch. Rory Muldoon. It's not going to be his fault. The ball is played out along the wing towards Aidan Burke. Aiden is not going to make it. The referee is checking his watch. Everybody is checking the watch. It's very close to full time. Kerry have a line ball right under us at the Hogan stand here. 2:13 to Kerry, 3:9 to Donegal. Have we got time to pull it back? As Pat Shanahan, the referee, he's a whistle in the mouth. It's all over. It's all over. It's all over here. The scoreboard says Kerry 2 goals and 13 points. Donegal 3 goals and 9. Translated into points. Kerry 19 points. Donegal 18. A victory. A free by Michael O'Dwyer 2 minutes from the end. After a late Donegal surge, highlighted by a fine goal by substitute Aidan Burke. The teams are down there. Commiserations all around for the Donegal players. Kerry are jubilant. What about it, Edmund?
Yes, they definitely are. It wasn't a great game of football, but I thought Donegal came back well into it in the second half, and Kerry seemed to be dominating. It's heartbreaking for the players having lost this All Ireland final by a point, but that's the way it goes.
That's it. As we said, having lost it, having a 7-point lead at one stage in the first half, we lost it through a conceding a soft goal. We weren't in it for 20 minutes of the second half, but we came back in the last 10 minutes, as I said, inspired by that Aidan Burke goal. But really, it was the difference between the teams, as far as I saw it at the end of the day, was the ability of Kerry to move the ball. They didn't have to have men hanging off them when they moved fast, they moved effectively. Kerry were much more direct, and a word here maybe from Manus, and I was sure Manus would agree with me when I stated on a number of occasions we seemed to overplay that ball. We had time to get in our clearances. We didn't make use of it, and as a result, it's Kerry who make their way to be presented with this vocational schools trophy for the second year in a trot. Manus.
I think this was a game that Donegal could have won, should have won. We were let down.
Sorry, Manus, you were saying?
This is a game we could have won and should have won. I think in defence we made an awful lot of mistakes. We were caught on the hop an awful lot of times. As well as that, when we didn't get the ball out quick enough. If we got the ball, every time we got it up, we didn't get it up there fast enough. I think the lads will be very, very disappointed.
Yes, the consensus up here, it was a game that should have been won. Be that as it may, it's Kerry who go up and receive the cup. Look at the baskets out.
With the answer to the greatest country, I have just to get through. I want my thanks to others with the honorable President Million Secretary. Finally, I thank you 2 cheers to the God. The top! The top! The top!
Yes, the consensus up here is that a game it could have been won, it should have been won. There was mistakes made. We over elaborated, but be that as it may. Dublin, during the presentation here, I can see why, as I say during the presentation here, right in the middle of the presentation, this Dublin team appeared for certainly not a very sporting manner, and I'm not just because using any Kerry chat or anything like that. It certainly seemed to be a very unsporting gesture on the part of Dublin, Edmund. Appearing on the field in the middle of the presentation.
Yes, it's definitely very, very unsporting now. Yeah.
Will I have to say anything else? That's going to see it.
Oh, that's good.
Hold that, Edmund. I'm going to walk down here to see what it's for.
Was John Ramsey and Rodney on Saturday. Please contact was John Ramsey and Rodney for Saturday. Please contact Public Address Box immediately. John Ramsey and Rodney for Saturday. Please contact Public Address Box immediately.